Hi everyone, my name is Rishabh Tarve and I'm student of Functional Up School of Technology. I'm pursuing my BTech in Computer Science and Engineering, specialization with Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. Currently, I'm in second semester of my college, and in the first semester till now we have completed HTML, CSS and JavaScript up to intermediate level. Also, we have done few lead code problems on few DSA problems in Java programming language. So basics of Java we know, and we have completed few lead code problems through data structure and algorithm to lead code platform. Also, in the second semester, we are learning React, and in the React library, we are learning to create few micro projects. And currently, we are learning hooks and web hooks in React, such as use state. So today we are going to create a micro project on the basis of use state hook. So the micro project that I'm going to create today is a habit maker. So habit maker we have created here. You can see on the web browser it is being rendered. So this has been created with the help of React and use state hook. So the four input box is being shown to you. So what to do to revision, where to do in hostel, let's say, and why to do to help in remembering, why we want, and date, let's say we are selecting for tomorrow, and let's save this. So what's an habit maker? Yeah, whatever you want to do, you will write it. You want to adapt it to your habit, whatever you want to do in a whole day. We are going to create that small project with the help of React, and we have given four input boxes to the user. So the user can write what he wants to, where he wants to implement that habit, and why he wants to do it, and add a date to that. So whenever the user clicks on the save button, which you have implemented in a habit maker, whenever he clicks on that, that habit is being added under that habit maker, and that habit maker is dynamic in size. So when you will see, when you will delete this habit which you have implemented, that sizing of that habit maker is being getting resized. Similarly, when you will add different and multiple, let's say to revise, let's say in hostel, why to do to remember, let's say on the 16th of. So when someone will click on the save button, the resizing of the habit maker is being added. This is the styling part, and all those uh, save part and the each time a new habit is being added with a delete button. So whenever you accomplish that habit, you can delete from your habit maker, and that habit which you want to implement gets deleted from the habit maker which you have implemented. So let's create this. To create this, what we'll simply do, we'll start navigate to the VS Code in our PC, and after that, what you simply have to go to your terminal, new terminal, and you have to write the command as npx create react app. After that, give the name of your micro project which are going to create. So currently I'm going to create the habit maker. So when I will pass this command, it will show me the error because I have already created the name of that folder as habit maker. So after that, what you simply have to change your directory to the micro project which you are going to create. So this will change your directory from the current folder to the folder which you want. So I want to navigate to the change directory folder to the habit maker. Then you have to simply pass the command as npm start. So this command will start the local host. So let's start making a habit maker. So when the folder will be created, this folder structure will be provided by the React by default, and it will consist of different folders from node modules, public SRC. Under the SRC folder, all those components that are going to be used. So we are majorly focusing on the SRC folder. Under the SRC folder, you are going to see the app.js. So app.js in the starting will have some pre-written code. So we don't want that pre-written code. So you will simply select all and delete those pre-written code. After that, you have to write the code snippet as RFC, a React functional component. When you will write that React functional component snippet, a basic code structure will be provided to you. Let me show you how. So this code will be provided to you. Import React from React. So it is importing the React library from React, and export default function. So this component functional component which you are creating will be get default. This function component will be get export, and you can import wherever you want in your React folder. That is the meaning of this line of code. Also, the return part, whatever you want to get render on the web browser in the app.js, you simply return that, and under the div, you pass that condition, or you pass that line of code, or you pass that component which you have created in any other folder which going to be written here. And after that, the return parenthesis will be closed, and the curly braces will be closed. So that's all. Not talking about. So talking about the code that I have written in the app.js, that we are importing. We must have exported any of the functional component habit maker which we have created. So we are importing that, and from the folder path we have given dot slash is the current folder which is being available. It is the meaning of that dot slash. Also talking about the these fragments we have used. So fragments are used because React.js don't allow you to return different HTML elements. So you have to wrap them in a single fragment. So to do that, we have simply used the empty fragments, and under that we have used the div, and uh, rendered the habit maker component which you have created. Talking about the habit maker component which you have created, so it is a practice and followed by all the web developers to create all those component under a component folder in the src folder. So we have created a component folder, and created a file under the component folder as habitmaker.jsx. So .jsx folder is rendering the web browser and showing the web browser that it is consisting of the javascript and xml file. Talking about the lines of code that you are going to have here in at first will be empty, because you have created the file just now. So you have to use the rfc code snippet, which means react functional component. After that, react functional component will be created. You will get this line of code: import react from react. We are using the use state webhook. So why use state is being used here? Because use state helps you to store and access of the data or properties of the functional component. And to add functionality to your functional component, you use the web state use state hook, and to declare a state variable, and to update that values accordingly. Talking about the import style dot habit maker and the folder path, this is to add any of the styling you want in your JSX file. It is a practice used by all the web developers to use the dot module dot css uh, file to add styling to each of your components. So we have created the module.css file with the help of the name structure should be followed, the name of your file and .module.css. Uh, Now talking about in that file, we have used the styling, and we have imported with the name of the style, given the name of my file as style, and imported from the directory. Then export default function habit maker will be get by default will be in the code snippet which you have used through the RFC. Now, this we will discuss when the use of this component will be. Now, let's start with the return. This line will be given to you when you will simply use the return code snippet. So again, we have used the fragment. So fragment, because we are returning different HTML elements, so you have used the fragments. And now a div has been created, and under the div, different divs have been I have created. So given the main div, the first div which I have used here, I have given the class name as main div. After that, we have used the second div as uh, the input box. So at first, we have used the input box, different input box. So the first input box we have here, let's say we have four input boxes here. So the first input box that I have used here, I have given the name of that as type will be text, placeholder what to do. So the user can understand what they have to write in that input box. Then given the class name of that input box as style dot what to do, and with the help of destructure format, I have given that class name. Then name is storing that file name. So what that input box symbolizes, I have stored it under the name attribute, and the value. So whatever the users enters in that input box which I have created will get stored in the value, and that is being called off with the new task that we have created through the use state. We will later on discuss. So currently this value attribute which we have used, so whatever the users input entered will get stored in this value, and we can access that with the help of that. On change attribute we have used, so this can be possible, this will be possible because we have implemented a habit maker. So every time that will be changed, we have used the handle change option. So whenever that input box will be changed, we have also included a functionality in that with the help of destructuring format, and that on change we will discuss it on here. We have above these lines we have implemented the lines of code which we will discuss. Similarly for the other three input boxes which we have created for why to do and when to do, and after that, similarly, they have the type, the class name, the name, and the value, and the on-change functionality. These three boxes we have. Talking about the next we have is the type will be date. So when you will implement the type date, this structure will be provided to you. Similarly, after that, you can see here a save button is being created. So the save button here we have created with the help of button tag and given the class name as style.save. Now div has been closed. Talking about the which you are seeing here, when I was entering into any of the tasks which we want or which we want a habit to be included, that we have implemented with the help of map method, and map method is including all those tasks with the help of those indexes. We have created a div and given the name of the key as index and class name as style.task. So map method, what it's simply going to do, whatever you are going to write, and the on change functionality with the help of save button which we have created, handle submit. So handle submit, we have added the functionality when someone will click that those all those items will get added to this p tags which we have created, that's task details task item, and those tasks will get fetched with the help of values. We have a value attribute. After that, we have also implemented a delete button, which I have shown to you. Whenever a new task or a habit is being added, with a delete button is also get implemented in all those habits which we want. So all the divs have been closed. Now talking about the use state which we have implemented. So the use state takes a default value. So I've given the default value for the use state is empty array, and assigned its two values. So it returns two value. One of them is uh, use state itself, and second one is the updated use state function. So set task I have created. Similarly for the new task and set new task. So the second use state which we have used here, we have used the we are returning an object and we are storing them with the help of what to do, where to do, and all of them are currently empty. We will store them with the help of handle change and handle submit. So handle change which we have used here, so it is taking an event as a parameter, and const name dot value taking, and e dot target is being set to here, and that use state is being updated with the help of that. Similarly for the handle submit function which we have used here, and we will check for all those functionality if none of them are empty. Mm, if none of them are empty, if any of them are empty, we won't proceed. If every of all the input box which you have implemented will have some values, then what we will simply do, we will simply use the rest operator, and that task will be added to the use state, and that use state will be called off with the set new task with the use state which you have used. Similarly for the what to do, where to do, why to do, and when to do, those four input boxes will get their values. Similarly for the const handle delete, so we are storing all the values with the help of index. So we can easily delete them, and to recognize that index we have used the handle delete functionality, and though that index with that delete button will get particularly specific habit will be get deleted. And we have used the splice method from the index we want to till the one, so that task will get deleted, and said task will be set to the updated task. So all the habits we want to implement in our habit maker will get added. So that's what the JSX file talking about. We have also used the styling to which I have implemented here. So the main container is having some functionality. It is having a border and a color gradient and margin left. Similarly for when to do and what to do, we have given some font size so it is visible to the user. Similarly for the save button, we have given padding and font size. Similarly, for the tasks that are going to create, we have added few stylings, and the delete button, we have also added few functionalities given the color of the text of the delete button and the task detail that are being visible to the user. So let's close this and let's see how our habit maker is being created. So you have to simply return to the new terminal and cd habit maker. Now npm start. So when you will write this line of code, the it will be get hosted on the local host, and our habit maker has been used to revise and in hostel what to do to remember, and date, let's say here 22. So this we want in our habit maker to get implemented. So that's all for this video. Have a great day.